Can you speak more on the Ergo Waves enterprise or implementation and how this could expand Ergo's presence in utility a la Chainlink?
Sure.
And so obviously this is referring to our recent partnership with Waves. And so why don't you elaborate on that, Joe?
Sure, that's a great question. One thing about Oracle data that is kind of interesting, let's just call it that, is as a blockchain, you have a massive amount of energy, or in the case of proof of stake, money, that is in essence being used as a mechanism to secure consensus, right? So that consensus is built on a tremendous amount of value. And then in these systems, we have smart contracts, which require Oracle data to function, that in many cases, the foundation or consensus of that Oracle data is just one data point. So you may have, in some cases, hundreds of millions of dollars that are supported by one data feed, right? And if you look at security from like a human perspective, if I have $10 in my pocket, I might need one level of security or assurance versus if I have $1 million in my pocket, I might want, a safe, maybe some upgraded security in my house. I might want better assurances. And if I have $100 million, I may want a Swiss bank account. I may want, that to be insured. I may want even, let's say, greater assurance. Now, if businesses are going to transition to a smart contract model, right? We need to have Oracle datas that offer a range of assurance to where ideally with Oracle pools, you might have something that's low level like IoT, right? Where it's pinging the blockchain, and that data itself is low value, okay? I think that makes a lot of sense for a single source, single point Oracle. Once you start getting into smart contracts that have more value on top of them, I think that makes a lot of sense to have greater security assurances. You may want multiple sources. You may want multiple actors. You may want your data to be hardened so that you have better assurances that, that one thing that's holding up potentially millions of dollars doesn't have an issue and you lose, $30 million is gone, guys. Sorry. Now, if you take that even further, let's say, yeah, whoops. Take that even further to where, let's say that in the future you have $500 million, you need a certain hardening of, that one data point literally kind of is the brain of the smart contract. It's what it's reacting to. And so having a solution that number one is flexible. So in my thinking, it's like, okay, if we can take the Oracle pool framework, we can make the economics of it make sense, and we can create it to where we have actors that businesses can, plug into the community and say, okay, we need, one actor with 7 data points. We need 3 actors with 7 data points. We need 100 actors with 7 data points, right? And so they kind of choose their own, the security model that fits them versus, kind of having a one size fits all solution that we try to plug into everything. I think having the overview of, okay, where is the product market fit based on their need, I think that's pretty critical. And then it's a matter of saying, okay, well, I don't want to be the person that's dictating the market. Ideally, I would like there to be flexible models to where if enterprise A says, I'm going to give my Oracle actors a flat fee, and they agree to that, it's between them, right? Or perhaps there is a tokenization of a federation of Oracles, and so they have some, token model that they can work back and forth with different enterprises. That's up to them. I don't want to be kind of the director of the market. What I'm trying to do with Waves is create a sandbox to where we can say, okay, for low priority, what does that look like, and where does it make sense? For medium assurance, what does that look like? What's the cost? Where does that make sense? And for, kind of the higher level hardened data, what does that look like? Where does it make sense in the market? How much does it cost? Having some framework that then I can go into the community and say, hey guys, who wants to participate? Because my end goal with oracles is not to kind of be in the middle. I just want to facilitate the community being able to spin up and support this so that people that run infrastructure on Ergo can create revenue streams. So
yeah, that's very important. That's exactly what I'm also talking about is commercialization means revenue streams. Revenue streams are important, and that's why these proposals are also important, and data hardening is also so important. So this is a really big step, I believe, for Ergo to really take a step to become more widely adaptable.